The first of the Ultra Unlock events, the Hisui Celebration event, is coming to Pokemon Go, and it features brand new Pokemon and some really good bonuses. And by the end of this video, you'll know everything the event has to offer and the best tips to help you make the most of it. So the event runs from July 8th at 10 AM until the 13th at 8 PM local time. But what exactly does this event have to offer? Well, the Hisuian form of Zorua and its evolution Zoroark will be making their Pokemon Go debut, and you can use 50 Zorua candy to evolve Hisuian Zorua into Hisuian Zoroark. For the bonuses, you will get 4 times XP for catching Pokemon, 4 times Stardust for catching Pokemon, increased chance to encounter shiny Hisuian Voltorb and shiny Hisuian Quillfish. You'll have an increased chance to encounter shiny Unknown U from raids, and you will get a special collection challenge that can be completed by catching Pokemon that appear from space-time anomalies. Yes, we will be getting space-time anomalies during this event, but what exactly are they? So in the main series games, in Pokemon Legends Arceus, space-time anomalies are phenomena that appear in certain areas for a period of time, and they spawn different Pokemon through space and time to that location, and we have actually had a version of these space-time anomalies in Pokemon Go before. They were first introduced during the Sinnoh Tour in 2024 to allow Hisuian Pokemon to appear in certain habitats and raids. In the in-person Sinnoh Tour that took place in Los Angeles, a space-time anomaly occurred for the latter 30 minutes of each hour of the event. During this time, the skybox in the game would turn a purple colour, similar to that of the space-time spheres in Legends Arceus, and this would boost spawns of Hisuian Pokemon. In the global event, however, the space-time anomaly would only happen in 2 of the 4 rotating habitat hours, but again it gave us Hisuian Pokemon spawns, and these hours were tied to the origin forms of Palkia and Dialga being in raids. Since the Sinnoh Tour, this is the first time they've been back in the game, and there is little information of how they will actually work, but it will probably be much the same. Maybe there'll be certain hours throughout the day where there will be space-time anomalies, or maybe they will be active for a certain amount of time per hour. Either way, when they occur, the sky will turn purple and Hisuian Pokemon will be spawning more frequently. With that said though, which Pokemon actually feature for the event? Well, in the wild, you will be able to encounter Zubat, Hisuian Voltorb, Magikarp, Hisuian Quillfish, Starly, Croagunk, Petilil, Hisuian Zorua, Rufflet, Bergmite, and rarely Sneasel, Larvitar, and Bagon. For the raids, in 1-star raids will be Hisuian Growlithe, Unknown U, and Hisuian Sneasel. In 3-star raids will be Hisuian Braviary, Hisuian Avalugg, Weirdeer, and Cleavor. In 5-star raids will be Solgaleo making its debut, in Mega raids will be Mega Charizard X, and in 5-star Shadow raids will be Shadow Registeel. We will also be seeing Max Ghastly in Max Battles. There will be field research tasks rewarding XP, Stardust, and event-themed encounters. There will be collection challenges rewarding XP, Stardust, and encounters with Hisuian Zorua. And we do also have an overlapping event with the Hisuian Celebration event, and that is a raid day on the 12th between 2 PM and 5 PM local time, and it will feature the debut of Hisuian Lilligant. This event will offer 5 free raid passes, increased Hisuian Lilligant raids, an increased shiny rate for Hisuian Lilligant of 1 in 10, and there'll be an increased remote raid limit of 20. With all of that said though, which event Pokemon are actually worth focusing on? Well, Hisuian Voltorb doesn't have much meta relevance, but it is a perma boosted shiny, and for this event it seems it'll be boosted even more because of the event bonus. This Pokemon alongside its Kanto form will be featuring for a spotlight hour on the 8th at 6 PM, so a good time to shiny hunt it. Magikarp could be worth picking up if you haven't done the 400 candy evolution yet, and Mega Gyarados is the 8th best dark type attacker with Bite and Crunch, and it's the 5th best water type with Waterfall and Hydro Pump. Gyarados itself is also ranked 52 in the Master League. Next we have Hisuian Quillfish, and its evolution Overquill is the 8th best poison type with Poison Jab and Sludge Bomb. Worth noting as well that Hisuian Quillfish does have a perma boosted shiny rate, and it's boosted extra for this event. For Starly, Staraptor is the 19th best flying type attacker with Gust and Fly, so not a bad budget pick if you haven't got anything better. Croagunk could also be an option to hunt because Toxicroak is ranked 82 in the Ultra League. We then have Petilil, which evolves into Lilligant, which doesn't have any meta relevance. But Hisuian Lilligant is releasing during a raid day on the 12th, but we don't know how good it will be in Pokemon Go yet because its moveset hasn't been confirmed, but it does differ from the Unova Lilligant, which is a grass type, because the Hisuian form is a grass and fighting type. It also has different stats and potential moves, including a signature move, Victory Dance, that could be added in the future. Bergmite might also be worth catching for candy for Hisuian Avalugg, with it being ranked 105 in the Master League. And Hisuian Avalugg is also in 3-star raids during this event, so you can put your candy to use if you get a good one. Hisuian Zorua will be appearing for the first time in the wild. We don't know exactly how it will be implemented, whether it will be disguised as a buddy like the Unova Zorua, so we'll have to wait and see for that. Hisuian Zorua and Zoroark Zoroark have a unique typing of normal and ghost, meaning it is only weak to dark type attacks, so it does have a good chance of being useful in Go Battle League. And although not confirmed by Scopely, its stats and moveset have been data mined, but because of that they are subject to change, so do bear that in mind. Hisui and Zoroark will have 261 attack, 146 stamina and 128 defense. Its fast moves will be Shadow Claw and Snarl, its charged attacks will be Foul Play, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower and Shadow Ball. And with that pretty high attack of 261 and the moveset Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, it could be a decent ghost type attacker. For Rufflet, Braviary is the 18th best flying type with Air Slash and Fly. As a rare wild spawn, Sneasel will be available, and Weavile is the 20th best dark type with Snarl and Foul Play, and it's the 20th best ice type attacker with Ice Shard and Avalanche. So again, not a bad budget Pokemon to have if you haven't got anything better. Do remember though, it does require a Sinnoh Stone to evolve Sneasel into Weavile, and you can get it from research breakthroughs, trainer battles against team leaders and friends, and you can get them from Go Battle League win rewards. The Hisui and Sneasel will also be available in 1-star raids, and its evolution Sneasler is ranked 103 in the Master League, so not a bad option there, especially as we do have access to Sneasel candy in the wild. Larvitar is well worth catching because Mega Tyranitar is the #1 dark type attacker with Bite and Brutal Swing, and it's the 3rd best rock type with legacy moves Smackdown and charge attack Stone Edge, so a really strong raid attacker. Bagon is worth it because Mega Salamence is the 3rd best flying type attacker with Dragon Tail and Fly, and it is the 3rd best dragon type with Dragon Tail and Draco Meteor. Worth noting though, Mega Rayquaza is better, but Bagon and Salamence are more accessible. For the raids, Hisui and Growlithe doesn't have any meta relevance, but again it does have a perma boosted shiny rate. Unknown U will be in 1-star raids as well, and it doesn't have any meta relevance, but Unknown are generally very rare outside of special events like GoFest, and they normally are paywalled behind a ticket, so a good chance to pick up Unknown U if you need it for your collection. And it is also shiny boosted for this event as well, although shiny hunting from raids is very expensive, so bear that in mind. For the 3-star raids, all of them have perma boosted shiny rates of 1 in 64, but none really have any meta relevance apart from Hisui and Avalugg like I mentioned before. In 5-star raids, Solgaleo will be available for the first time from raids, and it is a great Pokemon despite it being shiny locked, because it is one of the best Pokemon in the Master League, being ranked 4. It's also fusion material for Duskmane Necrozma along with Necrozma, but as the Necrozma fusions take on the IVs and the shiny status of the Necrozma, it could be worth keeping some spare non-shiny lower IV Solgaleo for fusions if you want to do them in the future if you haven't done these fusions yet, or if you just want to make more. You won't be able to get any fusion energy from these raids though, you will have to wait till the fusion Necrozma raids are back. And Duskmane Necrozma is ranked 13 in the Master League, and it's the 3rd best steel type attacker overall with Metal Claw and Sunsteel Strike. Solgaleo has a raid TP of 47,461, and the 100% IVs are 2310 and 2887 boosted in windy or snowy weather. It's a psychic and steel type, therefore it is weak to ground, ghost, fire and dark type attacks. The best counters are Mega Charizard Y, Dawnwings Necrozma, Primal Groudon, Mega Blaziken, Mega Tyranitar, Mega Gengar, Shadow Heatran, Shadow Chandelure, Mega Garchomp and Reshiram. And for budget counters, I would recommend Chandelure, Hydreigon, Tyranitar, Darmanitan, Blaziken and Incineroar. I would recommend 2+ trainers for this raid, and you also have a small chance of getting this Pokemon from Go Battle League win rewards if you are ranked 20 or higher. We then have Mega Charizard X available, and the energy you get from this raid can be used to Mega Evolve a Charizard into the Y form as well, which is more relevant in Pokemon Go, being the #1 fire type attacker with Fire Spin and legacy move Blast Burn, which will require an elite charge TM to get. The candy you get from Charizard can also be used for powering up G-Max Charizard, because G-Max Charizard is an S tier Pokemon for max battles, being one of the best fire type attackers, and the candy will be useful for powering up and unlocking the max moves. Mega Charizard X has a raid TP of 41,255, and the 100% IVs for Charizard from these raids are 1651 and 2064 boosted in sunny and windy weather. Mega Charizard X is a fire and dragon type, therefore it is weak to ground, rock and dragon type attacks. The best counters are Mega Rayquaza, Primal Groudon, Mega Garchomp, Shadow Palkia, Origin Palkia, Mega Salamence, Shadow Dragonite, Rayquaza, Shadow Garchomp and Mega Diancie. And for budget counters, I would recommend Haxorus, Salamence, Garchomp, Dragonite, Rhyperior and Tyrantrum. This raid can actually be soloed if you have the best counters at high levels, but take a second trainer if you don't. And remember to party up to use party power. Now for whichever Pokemon you choose to focus on, how can you get more candy for them? Well, you could always use peanut berries while catching these Pokemon, and you can Mega Evolve a Pokemon that shares a type with the Pokemon you're catching to get more candy, Candy XL and XP per catch. Now with all of the different types spawning, there are quite a few options as to which Pokemon you could Mega Evolve depending on which Pokemon you want to focus on. I and here are some options. Firstly, there will be 5 flying types spawning, so you could Mega Evolve Charizard Y, Pidgeot, Pinsir, Aerodactyl, Salamence, or Rayquaza. This group will be particularly helpful for getting XL Candy for Charizard if you're raiding Mega Charizard X. Another option is Mega Evolving a Poison type because there are 4 Poison types available. For this you could Mega Evolve Venusaur, Beedrill, or Gengar. There are also 4 Normal type Pokemon spawning, and Hisui and Zorua is among them, so you might want to Mega Evolve a Pokemon of this type. For this you could Mega Evolve Pidgeot, Kangaskhan, Lopunny, or Audino. Worth noting that Mega Pidgeot is both normal and flying, so if you do have access to it, it will cover all of the normal types and the flying types. Mega Evolving a Psychic type is another option because there are 4 Psychic types available, and the highlight among them is Solgaleo, so it could be a good option to Mega Evolve one of these to get XL Candy for Solgaleo. For this you could Mega Evolve Alakazam, Slowbro, God of War, Medicham, Latias, Latios, Gallade, or Rayquaza. And as Mega Rayquaza does mimic the Windy Weather boost, it does boost Flying, Psychic, and Dragon type Pokemon, so as well as boosting all of the Psychic types and the Flying types, it will also boost Bagon as well. There is also 4 Rock type Pokemon spawning, so you could Mega Evolve a Rock type such as Aerodactyl, Tyranitar, or Diancie. Again, worth noting that Mega Aerodactyl will boost Rock types and Flying types. And lastly, there are 3 Ice types available, so you could Mega Evolve Glalie or Abomasnow. So for max coverage, I would probably Mega Evolve Rayquaza, Pidgeot, or Aerodactyl. And bear in mind that for raid caught Pokemon, any Pokemon can be Mega Evolved to get extra candy, even if it doesn't share a type with it. But if you want extra candy XL, you will need to Mega Evolve something that shares a type with that raid caught Pokemon. And remember to pick whichever Pokemon you do have at the max Mega level to get more candy, XP, and chance for Candy XL. And trading can actually get you some extra candy depending on the distance between the 2 locations the Pokemon were caught. For 10 kilometers or below, you will get 1 candy and a 10% chance for Candy XL. Between 10 kilometers and 99.9, you'll get 2 candy and a 25% chance for Candy XL. And if the distance is over 100 kilometers, you'll get 3 candy and a guaranteed Candy XL. Also worth noting that you do get an extra special trade per day this season because of the seasonal bonus, so a good chance to work on your Platinum Gentleman and Pilot medals. You will also get more candy by increasing the amount of Pokemon you catch in a given time. So methods like quick catching, having catch assist from a great buddy, and utilizing Origin Palkia's Spatial Rend Adventure effect to increase the encounter radius can all help you get more catches. Some settings can also help you speed up your gameplay and catching. In the advanced settings, firstly you can turn on Remember Last Use Pokeball. This is especially helpful when you want to use Great or Ultra Balls instead of Pokeballs to catch Pokemon, because it means each time you encounter another Pokemon, you will bring out a Great or an Ultra Ball at the start of the encounter instead of starting with a Pokeball and then having to navigate the menu to swap out every time. And selecting native refresh rate will get you smoother gameplay because the refresh rate won't be capped based on the game, it'll be capped based on your phone. This however may drain battery a bit quicker. Now to go alongside the candy, you do also want Stardust to power up Pokemon, and with the 4 times catch Stardust bonus, this is one of the best events to get Stardust because 4 times bonuses have only been available for a handful of events over the entire time of Pokemon Go. So make sure you take advantage of this bonus by using a star piece, because with the star piece you will get 6 times catch Stardust, which will be 600 Stardust per catch from a regular Pokemon. There is however a way to get even more Stardust. So there are some Pokemon that are Stardust boosted Pokemon, meaning they give a lot more Stardust per catch than the regular Pokemon, which gives 100, and this 4 times catch Stardust bonus will work on those as well. And whilst this event doesn't actually feature any Stardust boosted Pokemon in the wild, if you do have any saved up in your research stack, this would be a great time to catch them. And the Pokemon that gives the highest amount of Stardust per catch is Audino, which gives 2100 per catch. And luckily it is available from the Hatch and Egg Field research task currently, so you have a 1 in 6 chance of getting it from this task. Also Chimecho is available from this task as well, and this is also a Stardust boosted Pokemon that gives 1000 Stardust per catch. So this is a good field research task to target during this event. And not only is there a 4 times catch Stardust bonus, but there is actually a 4 times catch XP bonus as well. So if you need XP for leveling up, this is a great event to play with Lucky Eggs active. With a Lucky Egg, you will get 8 times catch XP, which will give you over 8000 XP per catch if you catch with an excellent throw. So definitely worth taking a little bit more time on catches to get excellent throws during this event. And you could also use Black Curem's Free Shock Adventure effect to stop Pokemon from moving, so you can more easily land excellent throws. Alternatively, you could use White Curem's Ice Burn Adventure effect to slow down the catch circle as it gets smaller. This allows you to more consistently land excellent throws. And these adventure effects do increase catch rate by 25% and 50% respectively, and the catch rate increase does also work for Pokemon caught via an auto catcher. So worth using this adventure effect if you can't actively play the game, like if you're driving or working for example. Now if you don't really need XP and you want to optimize for Stardust instead, or if you are just confident in your ability to get excellent throws without the Curem adventure effects, then I would recommend using Origin Palkia's Spatial Rend adventure effect to increase the encounter radius of Pokemon, because this will allow you to reach more Pokemon in a given area so you can quick catch more for Stardust. You could alternatively use Origin Dialga's Roar of Time adventure effect to pause the timer of your lucky eggs, star pieces and incense so you can benefit from these premium items for longer. This is especially helpful if you have a lot of Dialga candy to use but you don't have many lucky eggs or star pieces. Kyurem, Dialga, Palkia and even Zacian's adventure effects are generally very useful, so dumping any rare candy you have into these is a good use for them. Now if you want to know about other events that are going on in Pokemon Go and some tips for them, then make sure you check out these videos on the screen now, and I'll catch you in the next one.